Hola.
Good morning.
What's up, the sibling Bijou here, and welcome to our show, which is actually a third video. Yes, which is actually a third video.
I think it's our fourth. I have to double check, but I think it's our fourth.
I think it's our third.
Wanna bet?
How much you wanna bet?
Cedric, you broke. Don't bet.
Ouch.
2 bars of chocolate.
2 bars of chocolate.
Yes.
I'm getting inside. I'm betting. I love chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm in betting side.
Oh, so I'm
I don't got 2 bars of chocolate.
But you're betting.
I get that juice.
Okay.
I'll give you a cup of chocolate.
Let's get back to the subject, please.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. Yes, welcome once again to the sibling show. Today we are going to talk about our favorite verses in the Bible, and we have here, like you knows us already, or if you don't know us already, I'm Claire.
I'm Cedric.
And the person holding the camera for us at this moment is Sarana, and she'll be coming shortly after both of us are done talking.
Yep.
So let's get started then.
Okay.
I'll go first. My favorite verse in the Bible is Psalm 37 verse 4, which states that make the Lord your delight and he will give you your heart desire. Now, why is this my favorite verse? I'll answer your question. Of course, I'll answer my question. It is my favorite verse because there's nothing in this world that you do not ask God that He will not give it to you. Yes. And whatever, you see, being a Christians and being one who worship God, the Lord, when we ask something out of the Lord, He will give it to you. But it has to be aligned to His desires or to His will for our life. Let's say, for example, you're asking God something that you're asking God for. Give me an example.
Let's say, well, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some young people listening. So let's say marriage.
Okay, you're asking God for a partner. Okay, of course. As the year goes by, you're 20 years. An example, you're 20 years at this moment, and then 20 years old. You're in your 20s. You're in your 20s, and then you get in 20. You become. Years go by, and then you're 30, and now you're 30, and you're still single, and still God hasn't given to you the person. And then you're getting frustrated and saying, oh, God, you don't want me to do, you don't want me to get married, you want me this, but God, it's not that God doesn't want you to, it's that God is preparing you to meet that perfect partner of yours. Yes, you may see that you're growing old, but then God's plans in our life are perfect. Everything He does goes accordingly to every single thing we do in life. So don't worry if you see something that you've been asking God, it hasn't been happening. It hasn't happened so far because it's just not yet time. It's just not yet the time for Him to give it to you. But worshiping God means that He'll give you whatever your heart desires. He will give it to you as long as it goes accordingly to His plan. If not, then He'll give you something way better than what you asked for.
Let me add to your topic about marriage. There is that for those of you who are in your mid-20s and your 30s and you're wondering why you're still not married, well, based on me, and I'll go ahead and say it, there may be 2 reasons. Number 1, it's not God's plan yet. And number 2, you are not learning the things, or you are not noticing, or you are not, how can I say this, developing the abilities, the qualities that God is trying to perfect in you. Because marriage, we all know it's a big thing, but that's not what I want to say. Like, when you're gonna get married, if you're a man, you're gonna marry God's daughter. So, as you're gonna marry God's daughter, and God, of course, will not allow you to just marry His daughter just like that. He needs you to be in perfect condition, to have the perfect stability, to be perfectly well equipped, and in order for that to happen, you must, while you're single, while you're praying, recognize the values that God is developing in you, and that the qualities and abilities He wants you to start developing. If you're a young lady, it's the same thing. You're marrying God's son, and therefore you're also gonna need to develop those qualities.
Amen.
Amen. Yes, you need to go to develop those qualities. And I'm gonna go away from that subject. Whatever is happening in life, God is always preparing us for bigger things. So if you're hoping for something right now and God hasn't given it to you, be patient. God is a God of patience. He loves when we're patient because He loves it, and He's a God of love. So no matter what's happening, it's like a parent's love. When you are a kid, and then you ask your parents for something, and then they haven't given it to you. That it's not that they're not gonna give it to you. Just that the time hasn't been right for them to give it to you. So it's the same thing for God. We are the children. He's the Father. So a father knows what's best for his children. Make the Lord your delight, and He will give you a heart desire. As long as you do God's will in your life, He will always give you what your heart desire, even better than what you wish for. So
A quick prayer you could say every morning is when you wake up. When you wake up, you could say, Lord, here I am today. Please use me in the ways you see fit. I've tried it and it works. I'm not saying that every day there's gonna be somebody in need of your help, or every day you're gonna recognize that God sent someone or God made you do something that you are available to do. There's this thing I had read. There's few phrases I had read in a book, and it says that we are not in position to seek divine moments when we neglect to pray. Yep.
yes, that's it.
Okay, so now I'll present my favorite verse, and it is Isaiah 40. Well, notice that Claire's favorite verse is
Psalm 37, verse 4.
delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you
your heart desire.
Mine is Isaiah 40, verse 31, and it says, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Sorry, I read it like that. It's just a light in my eyes, so I can't really see well.
Becoming blind.
Okay, so make the Lord your heart's desire. Can you see?
And He'll give you a heart desire. Make the Lord your delight, and He will give you a heart desire.
So when you do that, if you are from a Christian family, if you know Christians, you have some Christian friends, and you have question about God, know that as a child of God will not allow others to stumble over you. If you're the son of a king, that makes you a prince. And as a prince, you know the qualities that your father has. You know how a king treats his son. And so therefore, these are the things that God promises to His children. Strength. He promises strength. He promises blessings. He promises security. He promises courage and answers.
Amen.
Now it's gonna be Solana. I'm taking over the camera.
She's actually a little bit sleepy, so forgive us if you see her going like
I don't
on
do
the camera
that.
because she's actually sleepy. And she's gonna be talking about a little bit about her stuff. So.
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Sharana, as my sister presented me, and I'm part of the
Sibling show.
The sibling show.
My favorite verse is found in Joshua 24. If you have a Bible, you can open it with me. Joshua 24, verse 15, saying, but suppose you don't want to serve Him, then choose for yourself right now whom you will serve. You can choose the God your people serve east of the Euphrates rivers, or you can choose the God the Amorites serve. After all, you are living in their land. That's for me and my family, we will serve the Lord. The reason why I like this verse is because Joshua was telling the people who was actually allowing the people to have a free will of choosing who they want to serve. That means that summarized that you only serve God out of free will, so he wasn't forcing the people. And what I like about this verse is also that Joshua declared with his own words that he said, "I will serve the Lord." That's like a vow he take,
A wish.
A consecration that he did to himself, and not only to himself, but he includes his family with it. Meaning that my household, that since he is the leader of the household, me and my household, since God has placed men as the household of the as the family, that means me as chief of the family. That means me and my house, we will serve the Lord. That they show you like his will, like his. He voluntarily wanted to serve the Lord, and I love that about him, and that which makes me appreciate the verse more.
Amen to that.
Amen.
And there's a little song. I mean, not a little song. There's a song we actually love listening. I'm just gonna give it a little bit. It's from Mendisa, from her song called "Joy Unspeakable." It says, "You and I were meant to soar. Can't imagine what's in store. We were meant to soar.
I think I got it over
Like
here.
an go, leave religion at the door. Shake the roof and shake the floor. Let's get loud and let's go with joy unspeakable." Okay, so I'm a bad singer. I'm sorry if you didn't like my voice or anything. Even her, she's saying so. But yes, if you like this, if you want to listen more to the song, go ahead and listen it to YouTube. And thank you for watching, and we are about to leave. As you can see, she's so sleepy right now that she needs to sleep like a baby, you know, my baby. Anyway, thank you for watching, and leave your question. If you have any more questions, leave your questions, and please feel free to like our video. And we're actually cool, so don't worry to ask any questions. So, comment, and peace out. Bye bye.
This is